Hello everyone. Happy Thursday before Easter, I guess. Or whatever significance today may have to you. You're all having a good time. I've got the mood for some Spire slaying in me. So I figure we'll do just that. Specifically of the boss relic swap variety. I was looking at the Somnambulist being discussed in chat right now. Earlier, a modded character class that kind of very recently released. That seems to have an emphasis on kind of random card generation. Which makes sense for the theme of the character. The character is like a dream magician, and so they have cards and abilities that are all related to dreaming, and kind of like a random referring. It seems like they'd be a snooze. Haha. Sounds like a modded class. They'd just be too easy to play. I mean, like, am I really interested in playing a character that can beat the Spire with their eyes closed? They did seem pretty interesting, though, from what I saw. I don't remember too much of the specifics of cards or anything, but it looked interesting. And at the very least, it looked like it was something that hadn't been overdone. Which is good times. Nap this in the bud. Oh no. Could have said nap this in the bed. There's a missed opportunity there. For the rare and dangerous triple pun. I'm here for the jokes too, Adonis Incarnate. I just put on a live show hoping that people will make jokes at me and that I can repeat to other people in my life later. It's an endless source of material. By the way, I give a quick shout out here to the Viking Grunt for subscribing to the channel like 8 hours ago. When I was making coffee. I don't know if you watch the VODs of the channel Viking Grunt, but if you do, thanks. See, I would come on camera and make jokes, but I figure my face does the job for me. Oh wait, I have a joke in a similar vein to that one. Don't I? Is that true? Have you seen the mythical two elephants being quiet together? Although elephants in general are pretty quiet. Yeah, face for radio. It's always been one of my favorite favorite insults. It's telling somebody they got a face for radio. I often hear that I have a voice for radio. That I should be like a DJ or something. Fishing for compliments sounds like a real hard time.
4 months of support. We are extremely impressed.
Serpek! Extremely impressed with my face, evidently. Thank you so much for those 4 long months Twitch Prime support. Thank you for being here. Appreciate every single one of you, Twitch chat. But especially the ones who give me money. No, sincerely though. If you're here watching, then you are supporting the channel, and I super appreciate you. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Telok. I have, as I've said a few times before, I have used Twitch streams to fall asleep myself for years now. So it's an honor, I think, to be able to be that nighttime relaxation for somebody else. And somebody who's another stream who's been in like an influence / inspiration with regards to that is Lethal Frag. One of the oldest and chillest streams on Twitch. A really cool place to fall asleep. That's true, Jason Man. Unconscious people literally cannot stop watching. And the computer that detects viewers does not care whether the person on the other side is awake or not. Did you come in from the Dog raid, Adonis? That was a busy day. I played really slowly. Well, I'm not gonna go as slowly as Twinge. Oh, there you go. Yeah, came in with the Dog raid. Well, it's cool to see that you're still around. How's it going, Ismelkinen? Good to see, I've seen your face around a lot of Spire streams on Twitch. It's good to see you coming back. So, in our, Act 15, this is almost what I said there. Our Ascension 15 rotating Streakerino. A Defect is up next. I think we're off back-to-back wins on Silent Ironclad, so this should make a 3-0 if I win. Which is no guarantee, mind you. And the Ironclad run didn't actually have a boss relic swap, so it's questionable whether that counts, but hey, I'll take it. I will... Oh, I just toggled the Twitch integration and caused my game to crash like a dum-dum. Whoopsie-doopsie. You put it on in the background while you're doing something else. There you go. Absolutely. I am a huge fond of a huge fan of using Twitch streams as background noise when I'm doing something productive. In Baylorland, Spire slays the stream. Slays the Steam, apparently. Come on, Steam. You got this. You got this. Here we go. Watch the timing of this have been such that I lose my whale bonus. Okay, good. Give me that random boss relic. Inserter start. Alright. Every 2 turns, gain 1 orb slot. Want to buy consume, please. Why no defect on that screen? That is promotional art used for the game that predates the defect, Magnan. I think that was a promotional background / art when the game first came out for sale, and at that time only the Ironclad and the Silent were playable. So they hadn't made a version with the defect yet. Guess I could track down an updated version. Or something. Ooh, I like this path. We hit a couple of elites. Got a couple of 4 fires. 2 elites that are late. get a store, and we were fighting Hexaghost at the end. Gives me time to find the incredibly important orb generation cards that we're going to want with an inserter start. It defected from the painting. Oh dear. Is there any other valid approaches? We could go... Well, this back half is just horrible. There's like nothing of value up here, so I'm probably going to want to take these 4 nodes. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're going to hit 3 fights before our first fire. Hopefully not run into like 4 gremlins or something. Real Nitzilla is continuing their gift sub from Rakazor. Thank you so much for making it official, Nitzilla, and joining the ranks of the council for real. Super HD texture mod? That sounds horrifying. My guess is that that's horrifying in some way. If I get a bell after swapping, I try my hardest to win. It's usually not a pretty sight, but I do try. I think I compiled my boss relic swap win rates a while back, and I think I had 5 calling bell starts, of which I won 1 and lost 4. So it hasn't usually gone well, but I give it my damnedest every time. And a couple of those attempts have died to the heart, so after starting with the calling bell, we got all the way to the heart. Okay, we're fighting Hexaghost, so I was debating in my mind, like, do I want a Frost Orb or a Lightning Orb right now? And we're fighting Hexaghost, which means we need to do as much damage as quickly as possible. So I'll take the Lightning Orb source, Ball Lightning. Like I said, we're looking for as many orbs generation cards as we can, and this one definitely says Channel and Orbs, so I want it. And I'm comfortable removing a strike now that I've done that. This might also be a situation where I want to remove dual cast, because I specifically have so many orb slots already. I try to remove the curses generally as quickly as I can. It's an April 1st mod, that's great. Down skills, all the art. It's amazing. Yeah, it is better than it gets credit for, I would agree with that. There are situations where Calling Bell's the right pick. It's just... the problem with Calling Bell is you can't know if it was the right pick until after you've taken it. A lot of the time it's not, but it can result in actually surprisingly powerful starts. Can't believe I'm considering removing dual cast here. We're gonna get a Dark Orb. Or do it anyway. See you later, dual cast. It was nice. No. Pandora's box starts are incredible. I do not believe I've ever lost an Ascension 15 Pandora's box start. Oh. I mean, that says Channel Orbs on it. I would like this card, please. Thank you. Cool, so I now have a Ball Lightning and a Glacier and a Regen Potion to start out my inserter run. I dare say we're on good track to win from here. It's a pretty promising start. Ooh, is using that instead of beta art for the run where I don't know what language I'm playing in. That would work out pretty well. Work out really well. Defragment. What is this run? What? First 3 cards are Ball Lightning, Glacier, Defrag with inserter start. I mean, sure, I'll take the winning synergy combo. Thank you. Let's just get that upgraded and have a great time. doubt would be carried all the way to this shop, and I would probably just want to remove a strike at that shop, so say no to you, Mr. Serpent Man. Nice try, but I'm not falling for it today. This I'll happily dig in, though. We got plenty of health to spare, and I quite honestly don't see myself needing all that much of it. Oh, and now we have a meat on the bone. So if our hit points are below half at the end of combat, heal 12. I wonder if I was meant to go double elite because of getting that. I can always fight the burning elite if I'm feeling palsy. Hey North Coast, I'm off to an awesome start on this defect run. Awesome, awesome. Shuan head or seated run. I do like to play seated runs on this channel pretty frequently, so you never know. First relic blue candle is pretty unexciting. I'm gonna grab a sapphire key there. I'm fighting a Lagavulin. Wow. That is quite the start. Now, if we get the boot from this fight, we'll know that it's a seated run. Zork. Bottled Flame? Ooh. Wow. Those are some cards. I forget to go below half. We can optimize meat on the bone kind of whenever we want, and honestly, given that we're fighting Hexaghost, it doesn't even matter. I don't think. Do I want this Bottled Flame? Do I want a Bottled Sweeping Beam Plus? Kind of? Yeah, I don't think we take the capacitor, given that we have, you know, an inserter. Though there still might be need for one. Oh, for the Burning Elite. Fair. Yeah, we should probably get this out of the way, huh? How am I doing against Gremlin Knob? How am I doing against plus max HP Gremlin Knob? Not actually that bad. I could bottle Ball Lightning if I wanted to. Reason I might not take a Cool-Headed is just in case this is like a super powerful Gremlin Knob. So that'd be a reason to take the Sweeping Beam instead. Triple Sentries would also be a reason to take the Sweeping Beam instead, so realistically, if I'm fighting this elite, I should be taking a Sweeping Beam. Alright. And I don't imagine I'll ever be really unhappy to have that bottled, so let's bottle that. Yeah, like I'm immediately happy that I bottled it. There we go. Casually going to almost half. We can optimize by taking 2 here. Assuming the lightning orb doesn't hit this middle louse, which it might. Damn it. Let's try that again. Alright, so we took that 2 damage to get beat on the bone. So we had healed. Speed potion's okay. There's the consume. Alright, let's go. Oh, regen sentries. Well, whatever, I have insert or consume. Can't imagine I'm gonna lose from here. Taking exactly 12 puts me into a meat on the bone range. All according to plan. almost all according to plan. This is like a complete functional deck, except for the part where we're still in Act 1. My lord. Yeah, Blood Vial's nice for the extra healing. A Fire Potion means we safely get through the next elite, no problem. And there's our Cool-Headed, which we can definitely now take. Loop. Rip Bag of Prep, unfortunately. This would be really nice to have, but I'm definitely okay to buy a Loop and remove a Strike. And then we just have absolutely insane orb scaling and stuff. Might regret not playing Glacier, but I wanted the insane amount of focus here. Ouch. Okay. Well, we have a Fire Potion, so we're definitely fine. Oh yeah, definitely gold-plated cables over Data Disk, and I think probably a motion chip over either of those. Hey, King Koopa. And Lemon Knight. Let's see if I have enough damage. 1 short? I'm 1 short. Alright. Got him. Ooh, Peace Pipe lets me remove cards from the deck. That's a buffer. Give me that. Gonna upgrade the Consume. Because we've inserted Consume. It should be an upgraded Consume. Let me think for a second. Yep, I'm gonna do something I've never done before. Bring it on, Hexagos. That's a lot of block. By the way, I don't recommend ever doing this. Alright, we got burn pluses and all that nonsense. So, this is the part of the fight where normally you start to die because you start drawing burns instead of your actual cards constantly. Unfortunately for the Hexaghost here, I think we have him outscaled on a permanent basis. This might actually... I guess there's maybe there's a theoretical endpoint where I think at the point where Hexaghost starts doing more than 999 damage in a turn. That's when the Hexaghost eventually kills us. But other than that, we can stay in this fight for as long as we want. Which I've never actually done before. So you get to, like, what, plus 4 strength per cycle or something? Yeah, this is not even close to scaling fast enough to kill us. That's true, Grim. Like, there will reach an eventual point where the amount of burns causes to get to consume slower and slower and slower. But I think we get to 999 block quicker than that happens, and then it's just a matter of how long does it take for Hexaghost to do more than 999 to us. The answer is a really, really, really long time. There we go. The good old 14 times 2 plus a hand of 5 burns turn, which we effortlessly block. Alright, let's add a Lightning Orb in here somewhere. Loud. Press E to E. Alright, this is the 4th Inferno. I think this is easily the longest I've gone into a Hexaghost fight in all of my time of Slay the Spire. I've not checked out the poker guide yet. No, or not poker guide, poker character? Poker mod. It's a strange one. Okay, man. Just walked in on me casually BMing Hexaghost on a completely normal run of Slay the Spire that definitely didn't get an amazing combo almost immediately. Yeah, the burns don't self-exhaust. Our discard pile is currently 10 burns, and our draw pile is more than that. And we win. Echo Form? To scale even harder? Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. We can double cast Consume, we can double cast Loop, Buffer, Defragment. We want all of these things to be cast twice. And we would have really liked a 4th energy, but apparently that's not in the cards today. I'll have to take a closer look at the Somnambulist. See, see what else we can do for it. Astrolabe lets us get rid of all of our 3 strikes. And then we have to rely entirely on... We have 1 Sweeping Beam, and we're entirely relying on orb damage from there on out. Sounds terrifying. I love it. Yeah, now it's a matter of preventing bad draws, which the Peace Pipe is really going to help with. We're probably going to toke a couple of defends or something, unless I get the upgrade events. Could add more cards, but, like, what would I even be looking for? Electrodynamics, mainly, and it's not likely I find that in an Ori. Tiny House is more max HP, which is fine. Tiny House is okay, but I think Astrolabe's better. Oh my god. Seek Hologram Static Discharge. Wow. Those are definitely better than the strikes. This is now a deck that wants a turbo really badly. Show me a turbo game. Ideally a turbo plus. Currently a little bit afraid of elites. Mostly Tri-Slavers, as usual, is the actual problem. Book of Stabbing should be fine. Gremlin Leader... might be okay. But it's those darn Tri-Slavers that I really want no part of. Oh man, you beat A16 with Silent today. Congratulations, Dimodius. That's definitely an accomplishment. Those high Ascensions are no joke. So I just, like, my plan is to infinitely scale against even, like, hallway fights, which is completely overkill, but I love it. Why did I not play Zap? Who knows? I just kind of play cards in whatever order I want. I don't think it matters. Means I get to be really lazy. Okay, Ball Lightning Plus. There's more lightning orbs and more damage, and we do want a kind of some replacement for the strike that we lost, so I will take that. How do I... Probably just want a Glacier Defragment, so I can seek for I can seek Defragment and Loop and play Seek for Defragment and Zap. Excuse me. So I can Glacier, Seek for Zap, Defrag, which blocks for 4. We still take damage doing that, notably, but we have a meat on the bone, so I don't even care that much about taking a little bit. That was maybe a good time to use a speed potion. But it was also maybe not that. Hey Lord Tyr! How you doing today? I think they're going to take my money. Yeah. Well, one of them anyway. Recursion Plus. Evoke your next orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. Given that we're on 3 energy and we're a little slow, I'm gonna take this. As like Chrono says, I can't can't resist ruining a good deck with some card ads. But I also want to remove cards pretty aggressively here. So I'm gonna go to the store, hit this Spire, and we'll see how we feel about the act. I don't think I want to fight an elite just yet. Still a little bit worried. Second copy of Consume if we needed one. A Chill's not bad to get some defense out really quickly here. Mostly I just want some upgrades. You think I can take the elites? Maybe? Let's see, this is what? 2 elites, 2 fires. If I go 3 fires, 1 elite, or I can go 2 and 2 again. With the current path I've taken, we'll fight 1. I'm going to remove a defend here. That way our deck can be a little bit quicker. Oh god. That's an echo form, right? We just tried... How do I outscale this fight, actually? These guys do a lot of additional damage very quickly. Let's see how that goes for me. I might be double playing the Static Discharge here. Then every time I take damage, I'll channel 4 lightning orbs. I can double cast the buffer. It mostly feels like it's too slow. Gotta seek for Zap Glacier. Then I can consume twice. We're gonna lose 2 orbs, but we're gonna gain 6 focus, which is really, really important. I'm gonna take a damage from this. We're gonna get 4 lightning orbs going. Cool. Not too bad. Not too bad. Self-Repair Plus. With an Echo Form in the deck and a Static Discharge in the deck, seems like something I would really like to have at the moment. And let's get some important stuff upgraded, like, oh, I don't know, the buffer. Yeah, 12 additional damage each turn is more than the vast majority of fights in the game. Like, Donu and Deka don't scale that hard, for example. And the Heart in the first 4 cycles doesn't scale that hard either. Do I take another Defend out? I guess I do, right? I guess that I do. Feels very strange. Rip Echo Form. So we're not getting a double self-repair off in this fight, only a singleton. That's okay. Taking a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, a Mummy Hand would be... literally any energy would be fine. Mummy Hand would be ideal. If I could get like a Mummy Hand and a Heat Sinks and a Storm, we'd be really, really pumping here. Excellent question, AJ. If you self-repair and then Smoke Bomb, you should heal, yeah. I know that for Ironclad, Burning Blood heals you 6 if you Smoke Bomb. So I don't see any reason that you wouldn't gain the same benefit from self-repair if you left. I will definitely take one more cool-headed. Definitely take one more cool-headed. We're gonna go this way. Yes. Strawberry. A little bit more max HP makes the meat on the bone just a little bit better. Do I fight 2 elites or 1? I would like to upgrade my loop. And honestly, the cool-headeds as well. This deck really just needs more upgrades, not more relics. It's my current opinion. Also, ow. Apparently. Should also really use one of these potions at some point, huh? Sure looks like a good turn to do it. Did the math wrong and that defend didn't actually do anything. Whoops. My bad. You knocking on unload, Daimodi? Oh my god, another Seek. Yeah, give me that. Unload might not be the best silent card, but it ain't bad by any stretch of the imagination. That's my official stance on it. So I can do Sweeping Beam, Ball Lightning to kill the fatty. And then I would like to get something important in play. Loop. Defragments? Let's do defragments. Keeping the minions off the field is essential if you want to not be attacked by the Gremlin Leader. Really lucky to have a spare turn to Echo Form here. And now a little bit terrified. Okay, we're gonna chug that. Double hologram. To give me... Glacier and hologram, I guess. So we're being attacked for 45. Currently at 20 block. This is a tough turn. And recursion, hologram recursion. Which is mostly hilarious. Take 5. Missed the consume twice off of a cool-headed. That's alright. I think. Yeah, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Third time in a row. Oh dear. And there's the data disk. Start combat with 1 focus, because we really needed that. Man, Equilibrium Plus is so good. So good. What's the worst card in each class? It's hard to define worst. For a myriad of reasons. Fire Breathing is probably the go-to for a worst quote-unquote ironclad card. That was supposed to be a loop upgrade, by the way. In fact, I have a hard time coming up with anything that's unequivocally bad in the same way that Fire Breathing likes to be. Maybe unequivocally is a little rude to it. It's not good. It's definitely not good. Accuracy is certainly not particularly well enjoyed by a lot of people. And how slow it tends to be. I found it really useful in a couple of Ascension Zero speedrun attempts, so I have to give it some credit for being a card that does something in some situation. If I was to pick a worst card... The play when discarded cards are pretty maligned by me. I don't know, I'd say they deserve the title of worst, though. Grand Finale is not the worst card. You take that back. That. Alright, I guess I'm upgrading... No, I'm still upgrading Loop, actually, over the other defrag, but... Now we have 2. Now we have 2. Setup is really situational. That is a tough card to use. Which is another way of saying bad, right? Good. Or chosen. The 1-mana cards that give a... Ooh. Like this one, for example. Add a random power to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. I'm gonna take that, actually, because it's upgraded and it's 0 cost. And random powers are pretty strong. The silent version, what's it called? Distraction, I think? That one is, that's a pretty questionable card some of the time. But I don't hate it by any means. Okay, Hello World is happening. Am I playing this Echo form? Do I need to play this Echo form? I mean, I just get to heal all the damage with doubled self-repair anyway, right? I don't think it matters too much here. Don't think it matters too much. Just draw the cards I don't want to draw. I mean, Hello World doesn't do what you want it to do. It gives me holograms all the time, at exactly the right moment, somehow. Kind of impressed with it. For doing that. Would I take Alchemize the Potion Belt? Absolutely, yeah. Alchemize and Potion Belt lets you... The most powerful thing that lets you do specifically is, like, get lots and lots of potions so that you can keep a couple of good ones in your belt. For example, Alchemize Potion Belt, I would say, gives you a pretty high chance of going into Act 4 with 2 copies of Ghost in a Jar, which is a huge boost to your survivability on Silent. Stack is this weird card that is, like, both amazing and terrible at the same time. I like Stack. Poor Bronze Automaton. Outscaled forever, just like every other boss. One of the more niche uses that I've come up with for Stack is that it's a block card that actually does a really good job in the end game of Silent if you have a Fusion Hammer and can't upgrade your cards. Oh my. Creative AI and Amplify. Well, I have an Echo form, so Amplify is probably... Well, hold on, I have 2 Seeks and one of them is upgraded. Amplify is pretty good here, actually. Amplify is kind of insane. Genetic Algorithm is absolutely worth it, Magnan. All the way up until about the middle of Act 2, I think is where Genetic Algorithm is still completely takeable. And this is assuming you're going for the heart. If you are not trying to kill the Heart of the Spire, if you're not going to Act 4, then Genetic Algorithm loses a lot of its massive value, because it's really those last 2 fights, the Elites and the Heart, where you really want the card that says block for 60. If you're just fighting an Act 3 boss, it's still nice, it's just not, like, strong in the same way. Do I take the 3rd Seek? And then get Velvet Chokered? I'm gonna grab this Amplify here. And I'm definitely taking a Coffee Dripper, because we have Meat on the Bone and 2 Regeneration Potions, so I don't think we're gonna run into healing issues here. Oh yeah, Aggregate! That's a great example of a terrible card on Defect. I can't ever remember a situation where I've intentionally taken an Aggregate, and I can think of very few situations outside of Endless Mode where I want one. Taking Genetic Algorithm in the Act 4 store. If you had... You could get it to, like, 13, maybe. You had some cheese. Had a run carried by Aggregate. I don't remember this. Was it a run with one of the mod? Was it a modifier run? Because that's a different context. If you're playing with, like, if you're playing with a 50 card deck from a daily, then Aggregate's a whole different beast. Yeah, this has got to be Coffee Dripper. Yes, Exhume. Yes, if you somehow have an Exhume in your deck and are offered a Genetic Algorithm at the last store, that would be okay. Usually not a combo of cards you see too often, but it can happen. Once in a blue moon. Fire, Elite Fire, Elite Fire. Pretty low value acts. Don't get a store if I go that way. Wow, it's a really low value act. Fortunately, I think we're strong enough that I could probably just win against the Heart if we went straight into it at this point. Tempest Thunderstrike run. Sounds like something I'd create. I guess we're just gonna go to the Act 4 store. Whatever. It's not like I need removals or anything, right? Seek for Amplify. Well, that's convenient. Especially because I didn't block enough. Apparently decided blocking's for nerds. And you know what? I agree with that. Okay, I think our deck is mostly perfect at this point. 275 gold for a regret. That I can toke out of the deck. Which Spire hero or enemy would make the best pet if reduced to the size of a bread box? I would love a miniature champ. I think that would be hilarious. I'm gonna take this curse, by the way. Just to, like, have him throwing insults at me. Calling me a puny weakling while he's so tiny. I think that'd be hilarious. Why is leave even an option there is a great question. And I have no idea. Oh man, a miniature... I feel like if I had a donut that was the size of a bread box, I would just eat it. And then I wouldn't have my pet anymore. Bring him to the gym so he can insult my form. Yeah, no, that's... See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the existence I want to lead. One where I'm constantly criticized and taunted by a very tiny man wearing a crown. Something tells me I'm just gonna block the explosion here. Sure seems about right. Nope. Tiny collector with the leg. That seductive leg wiggle. Oh, lightning orbs proc before the regret did, so we didn't even lose any health. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Ow. Ooh, Clash on A20 is a pretty solid contender for Ironclad's worse. Because at least the fire breathing, like, you can play it, and then it's gone. You just can't do that with Clash. It haunts you forever. Alright, can I win this fight before I get pinged by regret again? I guess is the current question. I think the answer to that is hell no. But buffer will help prevent that. 4 clashes and an Ascender's Bane. But you've got a blue candle, and a dead branch, and it generates a power through. Because of course it does. Okay, like if you take the starting deck and you replace all the strikes, the Clash, that's actually a really good deck. Like dramatically better than the regular starting deck. Wait, what? Hold on. So in the last fight, I avoided regret triggering because I killed all the enemies with lightning orbs before the fight ended. And this time I did the same thing, but it procced. Which had to have something to do with the Darkling regeneration mechanic, is my guess. But that's really weird that it worked differently twice in a row there. Oh, another Glacier. Well, that'll take, sure. 3 regen potions. How much does that heal, by the way? 15 regen would be 15 plus 14, so on and so forth, so that's what, 7.5 times 15? A approximately, which is 75, 90, 97 or 98 health. It's a ton of health. That's a ton of health. Masterful Stab, Acheron, is a card I'm really happy to have in the deck in Act 1, and very unhappy to have in the deck in Act 3. So I typically take it if it's presented to me early enough in Act 1. I'll pick it up so that I have some damage and I can fight some elites or something. Look, Chrono, if you're looking for the tiny deck win, we did just very recently get a an Ascension 15 heart kill with a 10 card deck on Ironclad. Don't know if you were around for that. You can't go around besmirching my deck size here when I've got your small deck fantasy fulfilled in its entirety already. Buffer. Fine. You just want to halt the greed. Will somebody stop this man from being so damn greedy all the time? Look, this deck is perfect. Nothing you can say will convince me otherwise. And it will continue to be perfect until I see the next card pick and decide to add another card to it. Like that stack, for example. That stack looked pretty good. Oh, Giant Head. Oh, Giant Head. So what I was doing there, by the way, is seeking for cards that I didn't want to draw so that I knew my future draws would be the ones I wanted. I guess I could have left it in the discard pile for holograms so I could seek, like, Echo Form or something, but eh. It's probably fine. That's true. I'm not saying you can't love whatever kind of deck that you want. I'm all for love between a player and a deck, regardless of the size of either. Alright, now we can go full Lightning Orb setup with 4 stacks of buffer. Breadbox size player, shape size deck. I'm pretty sure that I am larger than a breadbox, although the margin of which, like the margin by which I am larger than a breadbox is yet to be determined. Storm is a lot of lightning orbs, huh? Do we need more lightning orbs? Do we care at all, actually? I think we're fine. We could take the barrage, but I think that's also just, like, unnecessary. I have static discharge. Yeah, we're fine. We're totally fine. Okay, now we're even more fine that we have bronze scales. So the heart's gonna do tons of damage to itself. What's that? 9, 7, not enough. Tiny bread box size champ would definitely just eat bread out of the bread box that he lives in. Because if you're gonna have a tiny bread box size champ as a pet, if he's not living in a bread box, I think you're doing it wrong. Just sounds adorable. Alright, second echo form, sure. Heart eventually outscales Consume Inserter. Yeah, AJ, so we can't block against it forever. It's about turn 20 or so, it starts hitting for more than 999. So even with the block cap. With Static Discharge, actually, we can... Hold on, can we potentially block the 999 times 15? No. There's only 10 orb slots. And we would have to be unupgraded, actually. That's fun. So no, we can't outscale the heart. Not forever, anyway. I think we can outscale the heart enough that we're in no concern of actually losing. Ooh, worst relic. I used to think the worst relic was, this is back before they originally changed it. I think everybody used to agree that Prayer Wheel was the worst relic in the game. Prayer Wheel gave you a card when you opened a chest. A non-boss chest. Which wasn't very good. But ever since they reworked it, it's been much better. Ooh, Impatience? Wait, was that 3 panic buttons? Oh my god, that is 3 panic buttons. Do I want 3 panic buttons? I kind of want 2 panic buttons. It's also hard to say no to an Impatience in a deck that has 3 attacks in it. Some panic buttons. In case I somehow need to block really hard against the heart. Give me white noise plus, defect plus. Nice. Look, I can outscale whatever I want, Gen Fizzes. Ain't nobody gonna tell me otherwise. Whatever, I'll just buffer this. Could do math on blocking, but that seems boring. You still get blocked from orbs with panic button, yeah, absolutely. So it's not as terrifying as it might seem at first. So look, if I play panic button, I have no block. Anything... The only things that panic button prevents are block from actual cards. So hologram doesn't generate block, but orbs totally do. So if I play the zap, the orb evokes and I get 18 block. No problem there. That's why I was so eager to add 2 copies of it to the deck, was because we can still block just fine. Machine learning. Okay, so we're just gonna buffer that. Would have been a good turn for Panic Button, too. Definitely would have been a good turn to Amplify. Though, as usual, I don't think it matters too much. Let's get to Amplify the defrag anyway. Easy peasy. Descale the heart fast enough. That would have to be really insane luck to be able to keep the hearts descaled permanently. Because it gains 50 strength per buff once you get to the end. That is a heck of a lot. That is a heck of a lot. So, speaking of the heart, actually, so I've got a new donation goal up top there. My lovely viewers have been, all of you wonderful folks have been wonderful enough to fund enough to buy me a new motherboard, CPU, and RAM. But I figure I'll keep the goals going for the rest of the month and see just how much of a budget I end up with for hardware, so that I can scale the performance of the computer appropriately and add periodic goals as we go. So I updated our goal up there, and if we hit the new total, then I'll look into, or I will not look into, I will do a at least one speed run. Sure, I'd have a lot of fun doing this. I'd like to try speedrunning the Corrupt Heart of the Spire, seeing how quickly you can go on Ascension 0 from the start of the game to killing the heart, which, to the best of my knowledge, is not a speedrun category anybody has actually ever tried in this game. So we'd be treading new ground.
We'll be watching.
Gin Fizzes, speaking of, pitching in $10 to the cause, bringing us up to champ dollars. Oh, that's awesome to hear that you can tune in more, Magnan. It's always nice when a life change like that works out. And good to see you as well, Kawiki. Life has been treating me really, really well the last couple days. Upgrades. Do I get out of this upgrade all? Enough that it's considerable. But given that we have Echoform Self-Repair, given that we have Meat on the Bone, given that we have Blood Vial, given that we have 2 Regen Potions, I'm not going to take You Can No Longer Heal. So let's fight a boss. Wow. So we're going to amplify the buffer. Let's see what I get from white noise. Got him. What am I thinking of CPU-wise? So my initial leaning was Intel, but I'm going to be talking to some folks in the know. I'm going to talk to some of the other partnered streamers that I know and see what their setups involve. 'Cause I'd like to get a feel for specifically what works well for doing broadcasting with OBS and stuff. Certainly something with a lot of multi-threading. I cut the loop though. Got him. Okay. Got ourselves a Calipers, and I guess that's enough reason to add a third copy of Glacier, right? So now, at the start of our turn, we lose 15 block rather than all of it. Because of course we do. And now we just get to outscale everything forever. Ooh, am I playing that panic button? That's ballsy. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that was definitely ballsy. I'm going for a single computer setup, Jaso man. My goal is to, my hope, rather, is that a high-end processor and a sufficient RAM upgrade will let a single computer setup do all the work I needed. If I was looking for maximum performance, I could try a two-computer setup, but quite frankly, I don't know that I have the space in my tiny-ass apartment to even think about doing a dual-rig setup, which means incorporating another monitor and a lot of more cabling, and I would need, like, find more outlets to make that work. See, 2 Glaciers is only going to be just enough block to stop the cultists from hitting me. That's fun. That is fun. It's not Seek Plus, but we can use it to find a Seek Plus, so it is a Seek Plus secretly. If we want to find 3 cards, we can. Or if we want to double the defrag, we can. That puts us in scary territory. We double the defrag, we get 1 Glacier in play, and the orbs are blocking for 7 each, so we totally block this. Take the hit on the buffer. Next turn's gonna be terrifying. Alright, I'm down. Wait, that was wrong. I was supposed to seek for the seek. Oh well, we'll just take our hits. Like a champion. Not like I can't heal or anything. Just put that in play, in fact. This probably works out better in the long run, actually. Alright, what am I seeking for? How am I doing damage? Better question. I guess I need some lightning orbs in play, huh? I suppose so. Fortunately, on Ascension 15, the Awakened one only gets 1 measly strength per power we play. So we're not in too much danger here. Please have a bed. Beds are... A bed is something I value pretty highly in my life. I don't think I would be willing to suffer any living conditions where I didn't have a bed. I like sleep way too much for that. Way too much for that. Motherboards are less expensive too. Everything I've seen in shopping has shown me that AMD motherboards are more expensive. By, like, a lot. Which I'm not sure what to make about. Or what I'm not sure what to make of that. What I'm trying to say. Where's my self-repair at? That'll work. Zoop. Is this the heart of the Spire? Oh, you just reminded me, Real Nitzilla, that I spent like 6 months of my life sleeping on a couch regularly. When I spent a summer in Edmonton, in a kind of like a basement suite. I had the couch set up all with like pillows and blankets, and then I had my computer next to the couch. I just like get off of the couch onto the computer and so on and so forth. So I spent like most of an entire summer just kind of hanging around in that room playing video games. It was not a healthy way to live, but man, did I enjoy it. What is this? Upgrade the other Seek, maybe? Yeah. Feels vaguely correct. Alrighty, well I have $762 somehow, so... This store is terrible. Buy Thread Needle, remove... this unupgraded Ball Lightning. Actually, is the worst card somehow, I think. Secret Technique is great, because it's like another copy of Seek. It's even got Seek in the name. Secret Technique. I could have done Chemical X Reinforced Body. Mostly I don't think I care enough. We should be fine with what we have. Completely and utterly fine. So that's my feeling. Cool, I get to have a buffer in place for next turn? Nice. Pretty okay turn one here. Ooh, I get to panic button this turn. Very nice. So how much can I block for here? We have 61 incoming damage. I need to block at least 51 if I want to buffer this guy's hit next turn. So, in order to achieve this... I want to... do what exactly? We still have the Glacier in the drop pile. Glacier's going to block 4 on its own. If I consume Glacier, actually, how much block is that? That would send me to 4 focus, so these will block for 6 each. Then I would have 6 times 3 plus 1 that evokes for 9. So that's 18 plus 9 is 27, plus 7 is 34, plus Panic Button is 54. So that's a full block. And by full block, I mean I lose 1 buffer stack, and then have 1 for next turn. Which is almost the same thing as a full block. I could do Amplify Defrag instead of Consume, which is the same amount of... no, it's more focus, actually. For less energy. Oh, that's actually a full block. Double Panic Camp. Brilliant. So if I seek Amplify Defrag, Glacier, which I can do by seeking for Seek Plus, I can get Amplify, defrag Glacier. So we go 7 plus 7 times 4. So it's 35 plus 30. That's a full block too, and that's even better. Okay, correctly actually remember to Seek for Seek this time. And I totally forgot my plated armor there in that calculation as well. Now, this looks like a situation where I'm taking a little bit of damage, which is totally okay. Or not. These look like good cards for our next turn. I can't turn around very easily, can I? Well, that's terrifying. Because that is a lot of damage about to be headed my way. Okay. Let's get a whole bunch of block going here. We have calipers, so there's no harm in overblocking. Close jolly bit yet. Here we go. Streak hasn't been updated in a bit. It might be time to update it after this run. Because if we win this defect run, we'll be on a 3-0 alternating, I believe. Should be really nice to be at. Zorp. Petnib, definitely. Wait, hold on. Thunderstrike. I mean, we don't need it. But it's kind of awesome to have. I'm gonna grab it for funsies. Not out of necessity, just for funsies. Oh. Oh, right, we have this too. Actually, never mind, it's not just for funsies. We are going to do stupid things with it. A lot of ways to play this hand. I'm gonna go with the fun one. So we have two copies of Static Discharge in play now. So every time we take damage in this fight, we'll evoke 4 lightning orbs. Come on, buffer. This is a buffer, because this is a Seek, and Seek is a buffer. So that's nice. I also need to get a block card so that I don't ruin the buffer. Panic button? Panic button's perfect here, actually. Not gonna want to block next turn, are you crazy? So we go panic button. Play out all the powers here. Just put Echo Form in play. And get rid of this wound in the draw pile. So we're going to take a whole bunch of damage here, but it's okay because we have 8 regen still, and we're about to get a whole lot of orbs. Like, the amount of overkill... This would actually instantly kill the heart if it didn't have a damage cap, I'm pretty sure. The pause at the end. That really got me there. Oh, that was good. Alright, time to convert to Frost Orbs now. Start putting our calipers to actual use. Right, Sneaky? I can't wait. My only regret is that we don't have enough attacks to actually charge the Pendeb here. Six times 15. Nice try. Alright, so Thunderstrike says deal 7 damage to a random enemy for each lightning channeled this combat, which we've done 58 times. So we can do that twice. Bzzzt. Oh dear. The particle effects. Just like spraying all over the screen. As it should be. Ooh, I just killed him with loop by accident. Whoops. I meant to Thunderstrike again. Oh well. Rip the heart. Deck too strong. GG. Hey Welsh, you certainly picked a shocking image to tune into. There you go, Chrono. The big decks are the ones that can get the most effects on screen. Which I guess is the measure of satisfaction. The Spire sleeps. And so shall I. So looking at our run history here, ignore this. This is a not on Ascension level run that I did right before the stream started, just to get my whale bonus back, so that we'd have an actual boss relic. So not counting this non-Ascension run, that wasn't even a real attempt. We've got 1, 2, 3 wins in a row against the Heart, including this wonderful 10-card deck on Ironclad that was just playing power. Actually, no, I can't count this as part of the streak because I definitely died to the Heart and restarted, and that's not legit. So this is a 2 streak. That's right. We have a 2 streak. I just wanted to see this one finish after I misplayed the second win on the power through and killed myself. Right. Okay, so we're on a 2 alternating streak. Officially. For Ascension 15, killing the Heart with a boss relic swap. Can we make it 3? Ironclad says, hey, would you like to always find potions? My response to that is, hell yeah, I would. Potions are very good. And so is fighting 3 elites. So I would like to do that. If at all possible. We hit some early hallway fights, we get some early potions, and those potions allow me to defeat elites. So we end up with relics. My defect streak, my maximum defect streak is 13-0, Kuwiki. That's the best streak we had before it perished. I should probably update that in the... should have like a best streak command or something. I'll have to make that after stream today. So yeah, 3 hallway fights means 3 potions. Let's do it up. Rude of you to attack on turn 1, Mr. Spike Slime. Do not appreciate it. So without our Burning Blood, we're not healing 6 at the end of every fight, which is a very sad thing for Ironclad. But I think we'll find that the potions are going to make up for it. Fighting Hexaghost and ostensibly 3 elites, this might be the dreaded take a Wild Strike pick. Deal 12, shuffle a wound into draw pile for 1 energy. Havoc currently doesn't really do anything, Entrench currently really doesn't do anything, so my options are Wild Strike or Skip. And I'm going to hesitantly take this Wild Strike, even though I really don't like the card very much. We did win the last run, Ismail, yep. That defect kind of flexed all over the Heart, basically. Slowly losing hit points. Okay, a Fire Potion's really good. Combust is pretty good too. Although it's a little bit less exciting when I can't heal at the end of every fight. If I was fighting Slime Boss, I would take this. As it is, I'm going to take the True Grit. So we have a way to block and a way to exhaust cards. That's a little bit better. I can't kill you without using the Fire Potion, which I'm not doing. Just going to go Bash Defend here. Ideally, I should be using one of my potions here, but I'd like to have pruned potions for the elite. Ooh. Now we're talking good cards. Metallicize is a nice little bit of consistent block. Ghostly Armor says block 10, which is a ton. And Pommel Strike just does some damage. Helps me get through the wounds added by... yeah, let's go with the Pommel Strike here. And I think I'm going to keep Strength Potion, Fire Potion to kill the elites that we're coming up to. I also think I'm greedy enough to dig here. Let's do it. Strawberry. Hey, I paid 11 health for 7 health. I feel like I came out ahead. This is the run I get Bottle Evolve into Market Pain? I hope so. Please let it be. I think this one is a Flame Barrier Strike Removal story. Flame Barrier versus Hexaghost is nice, and it's just in general a card I'm really excited to have. Really excited to have. Can't afford any of the relics. The power is unexciting. Anger's not bad. Anger is not bad. And if I could still afford it, I might take it. But as it is... nah. This looks like an upgrade bash situation. With the extra turns of vulnerable, especially to make that, against a Lagavulin or a Knob, that strength potion becomes really, really powerful here. Case in point. Well, I can do Wild Strike, defend True Grips. I think given our damage output, we can afford to be a little block heavy at the moment. So next turn, Bash, Wild Strike. Fire Pot is enough to get a kill. Ooh, a Paper Frog. Enemies with Vulnerable take 75% more damage rather than 50%. And I'm offered some really good cards here. Wow. Wow! Barricade is okay against specifically the Tri-Sentries, which I'm not too worried about. We'll take an Impervious here, I think. Actually, Cleave might be the right answer. No, I'm going to take an Impervious. Gain 30 block exhaust. And we're actually going to hope that this is the Gremlin Knob coming up here. Alright, 3 sentries. So be it. Unfortunately, their artifact means this Paper Frog's not going to be doing anything. But if I can take out one of them quickly, we should be alright. A hard time deciding what I was doing there. I actively don't want to be exhausting my cards in this fight. I want as many cards that are not dazed as possible to be in the deck. And I really don't want to play Pommel Strike here. So there's the normal philosophy of draw first here is not something we want to do right now. If I play Pommel Strike, then since there's no cards remaining in the draw pile, everything from the discard pile gets shuffled into the draw pile, and that is currently 6 copies of Dazed and 9 real cards. Whereas if I play like Wild Strike and Strike first, then play the Pommel Strike, I get a much better... I'll actually draw the wound if I do that. I'll draw the wound immediately and I won't shuffle. Then we add 6 more dazes. That's awkward. So this is what then? Strike, Pommel Strike, Wild Strike? That feels weird and wrong. Feels super weird and wrong. Cool. Okay, we didn't lose too much health here. 30 in a potion. Well, I'll get to rest before we fight the next elite, actually. Totally alright. We are totally alright. Okay. Cards, please? No? Art of War. If we don't play any attacks, gain an extra energy next turn. That's a Feel No Pain in a deck that already has a True Grit, so I'm taking it. Golden Idol. We can lose some max HP here. We already have a bonus to our max health from the Strawberry. We can lose all of it to gain the Golden Idol instead, giving us 25% more Dollary dues. And I think we're in great shape to fight one more elite here. And all we have to do is keep Vulnerable up. You've never been able to move through Act 2 on Ascension 20 with a defensive deck as Ironclad. That sounds about right, truthfully. It's really tough to survive playing defensively on A20. Because the enemies scale up so quickly. Having some amount of front-loaded damage is nearly necessary in order to be able to survive. Do I want the additional energy next turn from not playing an attack here? Yes. Eight, 15. It's not a kill, huh? Ooh, Preserved Insect means further elites are much easier to defeat. Much easier to defeat. I'd like to point out that we could have had a Barricade and 2 copies of Entrench if we'd been drafting really defensively at this point, which would be amazing. But no. How do I feel about an Iron Wave? Pretty underwhelmed by it at the moment. I'm mostly looking for cards that do exhaust synergy things, I have to imagine. An Iron Wave is not such a card.